on the ship. Like when the ship trips to the dragon.
You're on the back of the dragon. Unless you fall off, then you're in the water.
Do we know an advantageous place to stand on the boat and be on the back of the dragon?
No.
Not yet.
It hasn't happened yet. So you better pray the first time that boat drops to 0 HP.
Can you wait till I can fly?
Well, you can't. Oh no, you wait. You know, like level 8, you can fly.
So what do people do in the meantime?
The 2 side quests.
You won't be able to finish the escort mission. It takes like.
That's why we're doing the graveyard one first.
Yep.
You going to check out the graveyard tonight?
Hell yeah.
Ooh, that sounds cool.
Okay.
Let's do it. Fuck it. Might as well.
Where is this
What's the-
information found?
What's the?
What's that?
Where is this information found?
When you were upstairs, Joseph told you that 2 missions that recently popped up are escorting Miss Valkyrie to Convice, the local settlement, or Mr. Wilson has some grave robbing troubles.
At this
Yes, great.
So, you all head
What's
to
the reward?
for the grave robbing.
Yeah.
I don't even look at the
Whatever.
board.
This is 100 for each of you.
Do it.
Okay. So you guys travel to the cemetery.
Right.
It is getting close to evening. You're looking about 5:30, almost 6.
Okay.
The graveyard is not too far outside of the city. Most people don't feel comfortable with the graveyard being in the city, so keep it outside on a nearby hill, close to the forest. So it doesn't take long to get there. You see that there is a very slender, old-looking man. He seems to have a shovel shoveling some dirt. He's not looking at you guys. He's looking away from you guys.
I go, excuse me, are you Mr. Wilson?
Greetings. My name is Mr. Wilson.
Is he behind the fence?
Are you here to say?
I am here to say,
I'm gonna slap your ass in a major way.
no, these grave robbers are really kicking my ass here.
I'm gonna pop the divine sense.
Okay.
Mr. Wilson, we come to investigate.
You don't detect anything within your frame.
Whoa.
Oh, so you're here to investigate, you said?
Yeah.
Excellent. There's been a span of about 7, 8 grave robs in the past week.
That's a lot of graves.
What are they stealing?
That's almost a grave at night.
I don't know. If you wish to wander through the graveyard, you may investigate yourself.
Whoa.
Wait,
I want to start looking for
referring-
footprints.
you're referring grave robbing, but you don't know what's missing.
Well, the graves are dug up. By the time I find them, there's just
Are they missing
So are
the
the,
bodies?
are the bodies gone?
some yes, some no.
Oh. Are there
So
parts
do we
of the bodies
know
now?
who is gone?
I do have a list of names inside. You can go check the ones yourself. They're all marked to show you which ones have been robbed.
I'll go grab the ledger.
Give me that list.
Okay.
Give me the list now.
So you two go inside and grab the list.
I want to insight check on.
Go for it.
I want to,
Each of you make a investigation check on the list.
Okay.
Anyone who's grabbing the list and looking at it.
Definitely am.
21.
19 insight and 18 investigation.
Okay.
So we'll look once you.
Insight, he seems to be telling the truth. In all of these proposal events, he has not been able to see any of them. You just find them the next morning. The graves dug up, coffins opened, and sometimes bodies are there, sometimes they are not.
Okay.
What'd you get, Evan, for investigation?
14.
Sunny?
16, 17.
And what were you earning?
18.
I got 21.
So, you two, going through the list. The rest of you, doesn't really seem to catch your eye, but you two notice each of the graves that were attacked all have a dwarven last name.
Ooh.
So every grave that's been attacked has been a dwarven grave.
That's crazy.
Well, and then,
They really do just pop out of the ground.
So, also for tracks, are there footprints? I'm assuming throughout the grave.
Make it survival.
I'm gonna look around for another
Creepy. That's an 8.
dwarven grave or maybe another pattern.
Okay. You're looking for what?
Like another dwarven grave that's not
Okay, make it a second.
How big is this?
It spans a good portion of the mountainside. If you had to take a guess, maybe 500 graves total.
How about like footage?
Probably looking 150 feet wide, and then going back about 200 feet.
21.
I'm just gonna triangulate with my divine sense. The holder here.
Alright. Nothing seems to catch. There are a couple woven graves that have not been touched. There seems to be, what you notice, a mark on the graves. The tombstone itself.
Even the ones that are dug up.
Yes, but the ones that are dug up have a different mark.
Oh. It's like it's a new mark or that they were made that way?
What language do you have in your book?
Ew.
How many total bodies are taken?
Oh, they're still into it.
Out of like all the ones that were dug up?
Yeah.
3.
Oh, they're still into it.
You don't really know what these markings are.
Does anyone speak Dwarven?
Yep.
Get that. I'm gonna guess.
You take a look at these graves, and the ones that are marked that have been dug up, they have basically it's a symbol for
The war.
what's that?
The war.
All
Dwarven
number?
god.
No, this isn't a deity symbol. This is more of a symbol to represent nobility, almost. There's something that seems to be special about these ones. The ones that aren't touched don't have the symbol. It's more of pedantry that's written on these things.
And those bodies were left?
Yeah, those graves weren't even dug up.
Oh,
The
so
only
they're
one.
taking noble.
The noble, seemingly the dwarves that are buried here and that were nobles in their lifetime. Each of these that haven't been dug up are all of noble descent in some way.
They want noble.
The ones that have gotten dug up are more the peasants and
I thought it was blue.
The ones that have been dug up have a nobility sign on marked on the grave. The ones that haven't been touched have a peasantry sign on there.
all the ones that
Yes.
haven't been
Yes.
touched.
So
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were
they
saying
want
it the other way around.
They
Well,
want noble.
Yes.
What
I
does
thought you said the
anyone...
other way.
Do they have any knowledge in that? Necromancy?
Whatever, I would know.
The cat knows.
Sabbath, what?
So you think this has something to do with necromancy?
I don't know.
Oh, she is black and
Well,
named Sabbath,
if they were going to
Black
rob
Sabbath.
if they were going to rob graves, why not go for the noble ones? They usually bury
did
the
go
Well, they did go
rich.
for the noble ones.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh.
Why wouldn't you go for the noble ones? They have the more riches.
maybe perhaps they're after a specific item,
You
but
think
they
it's
know it's buried with a woman noble.
Are the names different?
common
Yes.
thievery? Is that
They don't come from the same household.
Fucking cat.
Apparently, she
Is
rolled
there
a
any
20.
undug up that have noble symbols?
It's like she knows the answer, but you can't understand her. No one knows cat.
Ah, speak with animals.
Could I
Yes,
looking at the names of the nobles that have been dug up? The ones that have the bodies have been taken. Do their names stand out to me?
No. World history.
Question for Mr. Wilson.
Yeah.
Um,
Yes.
Fuck, I just lost it.
18.
None of these names seem to stand out to you. You're not very knowledgeable in dwarven history.
Oh, yeah, I asked him for rumors of anybody getting, like, ransom or asked for ransom or ridiculous demands. Because they could be holding these bodies for ransom just to get money.
I haven't heard anything of the sort. From what the graves seem like, all of the bodies that weren't taken seem to have been rummaged through, as if searching. I assume gold of some sort. I don't know why certain ones were taken, certain ones were not, though.
Could I roll on a potential spell that I might know about?
What spell are you?
Speak of that.
What are you trying to gather from? Are you trying to see if someone cast it on these
If
people?
I just know that spell exists.
Okay, yeah, roll Arcana.
Can't wait to get that spell.
15.
You have heard Nisi used to talk about this spell a bit when you guys were training and when she was practicing the face of the Raven Queen.
So I turn to the group and say, well, if they're targeting specific ones, then they might be trying to use magic to speak with the dead to find out about something specific. If they are targeting noble specifically, it may be some lost wealth that could
They're
be tied to
looking
them.
for something.
They're looking
They
for something
took the
else.
noble bodies.
Maybe they're looking for a key of some sort, or the location of some vault, or some hidden dwarven trove, treasure, or wealth, or something of the nature. But if they're taking certain bodies, they're probably using magic to get information out of them.
Mr. Wilson,
Yes.
how many bodies has this? Nope. How many humans has this happened?
That's the thing, though. Why would they want
It's
to?
been right on the past week. The last one happened last night.
Maybe they
Every night or just?
No,
They
sometimes
They
a
wanted
couple
the
that were dug
answers
from one
ready
night,
to go.
maybe the next night to be none, and then a couple the next. It's been random.
I asked Mr. Wilson a question.
Yes.
Do you have a manifesto of all the stuff that was buried with the people in the graveyard?
We do not keep track of that. No. Anything that the family leaves goes inside the coffin when the body was buried.
All these dwarven nobles, they all the same surname.
They're all different families. You do notice, so the one thing you notice going throughout the graveyard, there are no dwarves with the same surname, but these ones are marked with the peasantry sign, not the nobility sign.
Okay, I want to look at
So it doesn't seem like they're
So
targeting
there's some
families,
family-
but it doesn't look like they're targeting families, it looks like they're targeting certain members of the family.
Yeah. I want to look for say another noble dwarf just from the symbols. We're gonna find another one that's still in the graveyard that hasn't been touched.
All the ones with nobility that are marked have been touched.
Okay.
And all the other ones are marked with the peasantry sign.
They all have the same surname?
No, but there are other dwarves with the same surname that are marked peasantry instead of nobility.
So I
So
want to do
they're
something,
targeting
but
certain ones from each house.
I want to run it by you guys before I do it.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of want to look at the bodies that were left
Well,
because there might be a clue there. Because maybe it's a specific mark on the body we're looking for. A little tattoo or something.
I'd like to take the names down.
Okay. I will give you
You can
a.
give that to me.
I'm going to walk away if you do that.
I mean, it's with utmost respect. I'm not gonna. I'm just. It's for my own curiosity. It may help solve this issue.
Curiosity kills the fish.
So,
Mr. Wilson,
Yes.
did you happen to know any of these dwarves when they were alive, or were you not here long
I don't
enough?
talk to dwarves.
Okay, then.
Is that some sort of something that you, the Smith town feels? How does general public feel about
This is a mixed race council. I mean, most races are treated equally. Elves are treated at higher nobility along with humans, but I mean, all races are treated fairly in this city.
So is this old man just racist?
Just doesn't like dwarves that much. You find some stubborn. He doesn't like talking with them or having transactions with them.
Oh, is it? He's a old man.
No dwarves allowed.
Oh yeah. Do that. Because my could I potentially tell if spells were cast on them recently?
You can make an arcana check. You see.
I want to do that.
Okay.
Okay.
Are you doing on ones that are taken or ones that aren't taken?
No, the ones that are still body stuff.
Okay. So you're going to. So he has one that's halfway buried that he can unbury for you.
Yeah, I just want it'll tell if he's been like magically done something to
The one that is bearing is noble or usually
Hit the nobility thing, yes. It was
Yeah,
left dug up. Yeah.
it is in the process.
He needs to unbury it.
I'm gonna wander around.
Just
while
so
he
I
does
can just
that.
touch.
And there's enough for you to like have it buried where you can touch and
Because I touch and I do my contract to see if magic was used.
do you have detect magic and stuff?
No.
Okay. I was gonna
But
say
I do have the my ability that I got with my training was that I could touch stuff
yeah.
and tell if they had magic in them.
You can roll a con check for that. You can also attempt to cast a detect magic if you have that spell.
I
on
don't
it.
have it.
I know. I know some.
I don't have it prepped.
I don't know
But I got a
It's on my
22.
list though.
22. Okay. It does not appear to be like any magic was cast on these at all.
Okay. I mean, as for like adornment, the still wearing adornment looked like it was taken off recently. Just stuff like that would show on a
Flesh
body.
on.
So you want to open up the coffin itself and look.
I would have to touch the body.
Okay. I don't know if you're just touching the coffin.
No, I had to
Okay.
touch the body.
Okay.
So
Okay. So, looking at it, make a perception check on the body.
I would also like
That's
to
it
too.
for
Yeah.
for
Yep.
18.
Roll a relationship. And then you're rolling 2 on it.
Yeah.
That's fine.
You take the time, you say a prayer, and you feel as if whenever this dwarf passed away, it was brought to its proper place by the queen. It is now at peace where it is. That's what you get?
28.
Okay, 28, and then you got 8 HP. Okay. Looking through, this dwarf contains the pouch of gold at his side. He has a small dagger that seems to have some sort of. You can tell that this is a dagger that he made in his lifetime, that he basically branched with his name on it. His family crest still lays with him. Nothing seems to be taken from him. He seems like he was rummaged through, but nothing taken.
So they're looking for something. They're not doing quick steals. They're looking for something big.
If I can long rest, short rest. If we can wait 8 hours, if I can short rest, I could get.
You would assume if you were to cast Detect Magic, you wouldn't get anything different than what he got already. You were
Just
high.
in the general, like in any of the graves or anything.
At least the one that he checked, nothing was used for magic wise.
Because I would kind of walk around and.
Yep.
I'll go and check the other grave too. If guys.
You find no.
Does the grapes look generally diverse? Like, is it both male and female, or is it just one gender that's being targeted?
It appears to be primarily male, with only one female name taken on the list. With that body was taken.
So here's the thing. What if it was, say like these dwarves had a collected treasure, and someone found out about it.
Hmm.
So that'd be the connection, bringing them all together. Because otherwise, there's not really a connection between all these dwarves, and why you would search all of them and then take multiple bodies instead of just one.
Of the bodies that were taken, what were their time of death?
It seems to vary.
like a bunch of years or a few years?
Roll a history check for those who are interested. For those who've lived in the city. So,
Are they not listed on the tombstone themselves?
well, you might find them if they were high enough. I'll explain in a second. But those who lived in the city who are interested, they roll a history check. I'll say you aren't criminal, so
22.
it's up to you if you want to roll or not, because you live in the city.
16.
You can't seem to. The dates on them seem kind of varied. Cody, you recognize with you have history of dwarven past and stuff, and some dwarven houses. These all seem to be the head of their house, basically, their family line.
Like all one head or multiple heads?
Multiple heads. They just see like it's like this one dwarf was the head of their family line at the time of death. This one was the head of their family line at the time of death. So they're targeting like the top of the family tree, basically.
We could just be looking at a treasure hunter in general. Just choosing a really bad way to get treasure.
Why or how would they know to dig up the peasants that they would?
They may have found some
Do some check
information.
on this guy to figure out how he got.
Sure.
They may be a dwarf themselves, and they know of this and were told of this through their family lineage. Maybe they're part of one of these families.
That's what I'm getting from this, is it's most likely a dwarven peasant doing this.
Maybe it's a team. Maybe it's a exiled brother or something.
I don't know.
Seems to just be of old age. Nothing seems to kill it.
Should we?
So probably no conflict.
To answer your question before, Sunny, the nobility and peasantry sign aren't really there to mark their standing in society. It was more of these are our targets, these are ones that we ignore, kind of deal.
Oh, so they added like a spray paint.
Kind of. They just marked each of the tombstones.
Oh, it
They fucking burn gullied this shit.
Oh, so they
Yeah.
had to open it up.
I go around and scrub that shit off.
Yep.
'Cause I can't think of anything else right now.
Question.
Yes.
If somebody, well, I'm asking this to Mr. Wilson, but
Okay.
if somebody
Yes.
were to sneak into the graveyard undetected, which way would you recommend that someone would do that? Because this is like right next to the city, right?
Mhm.
Like,
It's
is it near like
literally-
the main gate?
It's not that close. It's more like a couple hundred feet out. Like it's within view of the main city. It's like a quick walk-in distance, but it's not like he doesn't. We have no sentries out here. It's only me. Grave Robin's never been an issue in the past. I'm just caretaker of the grounds. Really, if they were to enter this grave, they can do it by any means.
Is there like a big iron fence around this place, or just all open?
It's all open.
There's two. Oh no. No.
Rena,
Yeah.
you're really good at sniffing things out. Can you follow the scent of a dead body?
Maybe.
Because that may help us lead to where the body was taken.
The last dead body was a couple days back. So,
Still, it's a dead
dead
body
body.
being
yep. I'm just letting you know that
carried.
the ones that were taken last night that were dug up, none of them were taken.
Still, it's there's one dead body outside of the actual graveyard itself, then there's a good chance it's not. You know, and just finding dirt
So
outside.
there are more graves that are marked,
So,
or
The ones
that haven't been taken yet.
The ones that were marked were only of peasantry, with the peasantry sign, not nobility. All the ones that had the nobility mark in have all been searched.
They were marked by the grave robbers.
Yes.
With all like it.
They seem like they've hit all the targets. They don't seem to be expecting to come back. Unless they want to return the bodies. But you can assume that that's not likely at this point.
How about a dog?
Dogs have noses. Dogs have noses.
Bloodhound.
Yes.
Oh, I'm not really spell.
I'll give it a try. Ta-da!
Because it'd be cool if it would work.
Like a hunting hound dog.
Okay. So you wild shape.
Yeah.
Okay. Don't forget, now at your level, you can wild shape into dog molds without spending 2. You only spend 1 now. So you wild shape into this hound,
Yeah, like a hunter
Start.
now.
snooping around. Make a perception check at advantage. Oh,
Well, that's a 9. That was a 6, but still.
at advantage.
Yeah, I rolled a 9 and a 3.
Oh my.
I mean, my perception for a dog. Mine? Or the
Yeah,
dog?
you're well, dog. Sorry.
Oh my god.
This is a max.
Yeah, I was looking at it. I mean, it's
So mental stats should be her. Physical stats should be the dog's.
me.
Well, the perception goes off the dog. So the dog has its own perception.
Check is higher.
Oh, what's true?
Perception's +3, mine's +5.
Okay, so yours have advantage. So 14 total.
Yeah.
Okay. You're trying to step around and you don't seem to smell anything of a dead body, but your nose does pick up something that you weren't able to smell before. You smell, with your druidic background, you smell a storm is coming.
Dun dun dun.
Okay, John spell.
Cool. Storm is coming.
Woof.
I go over to Jasper, sort of talking, seeing if he understands me. Storm coming.
Okay, you just get storm there.
Storm. I'm on point.
Point towards the sea. You'll see what appears to be sounded like a cloud beginning to form in the far distance.
You're a dog right now.
I'm like a bit hunting hound.
That hunts cats.
I lean over and I wrap my arms around her and I give her a really big hug and I just say so only she
There
can
you go.
hear.
Goodbye, Rita.
It's all ogre now. No, but I say thank you.
Your fur is not wet.
You have this like fur outside your face going.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah. And like a little nuzzly thing.
So does it look like it stormed recently
like
around
it.
here?
No, it looks like it's going to storm within a day or so,
Alright, so
which might cause issues with your travel. So.
that's what I wasn't really necessarily thinking about travel. I was thinking about all evidence is gonna get erased if
It doesn't leave us any evidence at all.
Thank you.
Besides just the graves themselves being left dug up, there has been no sign of any evidence inside this.
does
no
he have a
track.
shack?
Yes.
I wanna go on
You went inside the shack to get the paper. It's a very small shack. He has basically a bed, an area, like an area for a fireplace where you can put a kettle and stuff. It's like Hagrid's shack, kind of.
these are all just above ground graves. Alright, I didn't know if there was like one of those little cemetery bunker things or whatever.
There's no like tombs inside.
was there anything suspicious in this house?
No. He seemed very natural for what a grave
Only the
people are.
writing on the wall.
I mean, there was those 3 bodies hanging up, but I mean, no,
Does it look like he's been clawing messages into the wall?
it does not look like
What
it.
if the state of his day?
What about bleeding other messages onto the wall?
No, nothing seems out of the ordinary inside it.
So gross. Somebody
That's
can smell it.
Ow.
See if there's something not dead body.
Okay.
So there's definitely no footprints at all.
There's 4 live bodies next to you. No, there's no footprints. There's no signs whatsoever. No tracks. Nothing.
I'm just gonna search the bodies.
You're gonna dig up all of them.
No, the ones that were left behind that were dug up.
There's only one that's actually open now. The rest you reburied.
No, I ain't doing that.
Okay. It's actually one of my new abilities. Let's see if I can use it.
If I knew what they took, I could cast a spell, but I really don't
Right.
see it.
I work
I
a
was looking.
I work a charge room.
I
I make one of my essence rune of charge rooms, and I will use my ability. So as an action, I can extend charge room, reveal any hidden magical marks, runes, wards, or glyphs within 15 feet.
Okay.
So I just do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
You do that. Nothing appears to pop up.
I have an idea.
Okay, Sunny, you first.
Is there any sort of vegetation, a tree? Nothing?
Yes.
Yeah.
There is grass, there are plants, there are trees.
There we go.
Like nearby-ish?
Yes.
Okay, cool. I go, oh wait, and then I come in, I'm like, I have an idea. That's what I just said in dog. I'm gonna talk to this tree.
That's what I said. Dog.
Okay.
Speak with it. Let's speak with plants.
Okay, you can speak of plants.
Yeah, you
You talk to the big old oak on top of this hill. It looks over the
look over
the graveyard.
the whole thing. Hello, big beautiful oak.
Hello.
It's so
Hello.
majestic.
I know.
I know.
Very self-recognition.
Have you seen anything odd happening in the graves that we were investigating?
Actually, I do not have eyes.
It's true. Have you experienced?
I lost a leaf yesterday. Fall is coming.
For this good.
Winter is coming.
Have you? How long does it?
I think about at least 10 minutes.
Probably. Yeah, 10 minutes.
I can tell creatures have
I'm
passed
trying to make sure it's not a
What?
minute.
I can tell creatures have passed by.
Yes, I can. They want to sense it.
Do you know that below the valley there's a graveyard?
I do.
There has been. We're here investigating some bodies that have been stolen recently.
Yes, I can feel the disturbance when they're dug up.
Ooh. Feel anything else?
Only that these graves have been tampered with.
Magically?
Not to my knowledge.
Is there anything you can feel about what kind of being did it?
Humanoid.
Humanoid. Legs.
Just one.
Jasper, write that down.
Just one.
Sure, a question mark with a circle around it.
Just one. Do you know of which place
Got a
around
peg
the
leg.
graveyard
Oh yeah.
they entered from?
Different locations.
Different. Oh, different.
They do not come from one way.
Do you know which direction they left in?
The same one they came through.
The last time.
Whatever direction they entered, they left the same direction.
So they've come from a different direction every time. And they're leaving by normal means, by walking, or do they just die?
They walk outside of my limit and I don't know what happens after that.
Do you know which direction the last time they were here?
That way.
Ah, yes.
My route is pointing at it right now.
Can I sense it?
No. Route 725.
No, no.
Only
south,
725?
west.
What a young tree.
What way?
The north, south, east, or west? No?
I'm a tree.
I mean, it actually could go that because of the sun.
I was gonna say, you notice the position of the sun. He was opposite of the sun.
Opposite of the sun. Does anyone want to say anything to this tree?
What's up, tree?
One thing I would have done before this.
Hey, Jasper!
Oh,
He said hello.
he knows my name.
While this was all happening, I would have asked Mr. Wilson if, like, the 3 bodies that was taken, if there was any living residents for that family left.
I am unfamiliar. There are not. I do not keep track of the dwarven families inside the city, just the dead ones inside my grave.
And they came 3 times?
4 times total within the past week.
4 times total.
Here's a question. How do the graves look like they were dug up? Like what would?
He doesn't really know. It doesn't look like a shovel. But something was used to dig them up.
But I know he would understand like what a shovel digging a grave would look like, what something else digging a grave would be.
Yes. In terms of what exactly what? No, it was not a shovel, but that's all he really knows. Maybe hands, but
It's a lot of work for hands.
Like claws.
Doesn't seem like there were claw marks in it, but it's possible.
The tree and any sort of knowledge of
He just knows that the dirt around his root was dirt.
how far do your roots stretch?
All the way through this hill.
Ah,
I was a sapling when this hill was once a puppy.
puppy.
I've always wanted a puppy. I did not feed.
We can always ask it if there's animals that live in the tree. Animals are more intelligent than plants. And they have
They have
eyes.
eyes.
They have eyes.
Well, we could find a squirrel.
You've been
Awaken
very
the squirrel, and then have the squirrel draw what the guy was like.
helpful.
It looks like this here nut.
I know.
You know, you are old and wise and beautiful. I might perhaps see if I can ask someone that has eyes. That can see.
I am now hurt.
Please do not be hurt. You're more beautiful than anything that has eyes.
I know.
I know.
She's just gonna talk to them for the rest of the 10 minutes
Okay.
about nature and
Halfway through, it's like, this is, like, I've never talked to anybody before, but this is great.
I want to use my ability just to for shits.
Okay.
Yes,
5
I
mile
hug
out,
the
just
tree.
She's hugging the tree.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm hugging the tree.
Beautiful.
Y'all think I
you
just
don't pick
love
up
to hug
anything.
a tree. I'll be back, guys.
Okay. What do you guys do?
Well, after 10 minutes, I just had a really great talk with that tree up there. It told me all of these things. That the last time it came from the opposite of the sun. He doesn't have eyes. Maybe I could ask a like squirrel.
like the opposite of the sun right now.
Yes.
Yeah, that's totally what he said.
Yes, that was what he said.
What's the? I'm gonna go in that direction.
Okay.
But there's only one.
So you start walking that direction.
Yeah.
Looking around, there are no tracks.
No tracks.
There's only one. It comes from different directions every time. And that the dirt didn't necessarily seem to be disturbed by magical means. Probably some other stuff, but you know. I'll do it.
I'm stumped.
Does anyone know?
I get it.
Does anyone know if there's been any history of dwarven habitation in this area underground?
Like a dwarf city underground similar to
Something
Ravencroft?
like that, or like not even a city, just anything.
That would be hilarious.
Roll history checks.
No.
Okay, that's not a number, but I'll take it.
No.
Alright, still not a number.
1.
7.
Nope.
No.
It's disgusting with myself.
Stab it!
Especially because like dwarves is like half of my backstory.
You say 7 too?
17.
Okay.
72.
What'd you get? She said 7, he said 7, I thought you all wrote under a 10. I was like, oh my god. So, you were the one who's aware of this.
I read.
You heard of a dwarven clan, not far, well, kind of far, definitely out of the way, northeast of you in a mountain range. They are known as the Clan of the Quartz.
What?
Clan of the Quartz.
Of course they are.
They mine quartz. That's their specialty.
I think there's no in the people.
The
How
city
far away is that?
is basically the mountain range above Lake Fortune.
Yeah, but that's not here though, right?
Which is the closest like large dwarven society that's known of.
That's the closest like dwarven and major dwarven settlement.
Yes.
I'm gonna ask the tree if there would have asked the tree if there was anything that lived within.
The
You
people
don't-
who live within the earth.
You don't suppose that it's by
Nothing lives within
some
the tree.
weird
Nothing
off
lives within the
chance
tree. Or under
that
the
they're
tree.
just coming to collect dead that they feel should be rightfully buried in their own homeland?
Could be something very simple like that.
Or
I mean, the only
That's
issue
not
is
simple.
they're rightfully moved bodies. Switching to something.
True.
So, but that, and I don't believe dwarves would be so forthright to just take bodies without even mentioning it. They're not generally that
If
way.
it's your family, you might do that. There are people out there that would do that.
I think they would demand from whoever is in charge, like, we want this body brought at this place.
Well, also, usually dwarves aren't buried in graveyards like this.
Without knowing the circumstances, we can't know for sure. I mean, that, as far as we know, these bodies could have been stolen in the first place.
You said that it seems like they finish.
That's
You seems like if they finish what they were coming to do
We
here,
don't have
right?
any information.
Here's
What I'm
yeah.
saying.
Like there's no reason for them to come back at all.
I would assume so.
I'm gonna look for anything in the tree. I climb it if you want me to.
Look at for anything in the tree. Make a perception.
For them. Oh, 19.
how about leaving
24.
There does not appear to be any animals in the tree.
Or under the tree either. Where's the nearest one?
Look about there. Actually,
Have you
isn't
done
any
your-
animals nearby?
I
They seem to stay clear of this
beside
graveyard.
the tree.
I did
Is
it
that weird?
in
I know it's
First
weird for
Graveyard.
animals to stay away from the graveyard.
It's not really like the only thing that would be weird is like you can see a lot of ravens in the graveyard because they're attracted to the sort of death
Energy
more.
of the-
Yes.
yeah.
But normal animals would, for the most part, stay away from the graveyard due to that negative energy around it that you would get from death. So it's
And
not.
there's no ravens either?
There are no ravens.
So, before this guy is buried again, I'm gonna
Hey, Green.
cast ceremony on it.
Do you have the
It's gonna take
ability
a few
to talk with
minutes.
animals?
And,
I do.
Well,
So
if I
he's
summon some
not gonna be
animals
on
and
the
then you
control.
ask
Do you
them
have,
why
the
they feel uncomfortable
material
or
component
if
for
they
it?
do.
There's
I'm not
one
sure.
there?
I wanna look at that real quick.
If it's on your inventory, I'll just mark up the gold from your list and say you bought it at some point.
That's not actually.
Yes, if you conjure their fan, they would have.
Around that time, I think I might be able to just talk with them. Or...
So basically, somewhere like that.
I'm gonna go see our friend, Mr. Wilson.
Okay. He's standing right next to you guys.
You're quiet.
He's just like quietly just been standing here the whole time, just like
We're hypothesizing.
get out.
Leaning on trouble.
I got more bodies to bury.
Yeah. Just mark up 25 gold.
Whenever there's like an old gravekeeper or caretaker, I always think of Mr. Filch.
Yeah.
I think the guy from Scary Movie 2 with the messed up hands.
I'm gonna pick. Oh, that's
Yeah, you're good. You're doing the one where you can't turn on dead, right? For the week?
No, I'm doing the funeral, right?
Which he should be able to turn on dead, right?
For the next 7 days, you cannot become undead by
Yep.
any means. It's sort of a wish.
Yeah.
Oh, he makes a wish. Unless you had just wishes.
Have you
really
ever
no.
seen animals in this area? Right?
Squirrels will sometimes come by through the nuts that drop from the trees, but in terms of that, not really, no.
No ravens? Nothing?
No.
Have you ever worked in a different cemetery?
No. I've lived here my whole life.
Are there any holes underneath the roots that lead
And
underneath
your
the
whole
tree
life
like a
there's
walking
never
willow?
been?
No.
Okay.
What's that?
In your whole life, there's never been any sort of.
Just a few creatures that come to scavenge for nuts and stuff like that. But in terms of normal inhabitants, no. It's very unusual for creatures to enter this grave.
Very unusual for creatures like ravens not being.
What the drugs?
Is there anything else I can help any of you with? It is about time for my dinner.
You need to go out and play.
Oh, that's gonna take me an hour.
You can go in while he does this.
I'll put this Song of Storms on my
Okay. I'll say you sit down in a location and begin to play.
I join in.
In terms of the storm coming, are you choosing to still stay the night and leaving the next day, or are you leaving tonight?
I mean, we don't really have any leads on
Yeah,
this.
maybe it depends on if we keep messing with this or not. I'm gonna go ahead.
Did we want to try to get? Were we going to try to stay ahead of the storm and take the boat, or were we going to try to stick by land?
We're gonna take the boat either way.
If we gotta take the boat regardless, it's way faster, but we're gonna be staying by the shore anyway, so
It's safer to travel closer to the shore.
it's safer to travel that way anyway.
Okay.
I'm gonna go outwards until I find an animal.
Okay. You find what appears to be a blue jay sit on a tree, not far into the forest.
I'm gonna speak with it.
Okay.
Shoot.
Hello.
Hello, Blue Jay.
Hello, hello.
You're beautiful.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes. How far am I from the graveyard now?
You're about 100, 200 feet.
Have you ever been over there?
No, 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 no.
How come?
Oh, bad.
Why is it bad?
Bad.
Yes. Do all you guys not like to go over there?
No, 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 no.
Because death?
Yes.
Okay. Have you ever been to another place that it looks like that?
No, 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 no.
Yeah.
Live here. Live in this forest.
Live
My
there.
forest. Yes, 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 yes.
You know.
It's like fucking ducky or whatever.
Yes, I know. I love
Have
that.
you ever seen any crows? The blackbird?
No, no, no.
No?
They do not come. Not to my forest. No, no, no.
How come?
I do not know. I do not speak. Speak to birds. Not crows.
They're birds.
Subjugation
No, no,
at
no,
its
no.
finest.
No, they're not. Speak to
That's
me.
what I'm saying. No.
Huh?
Speak to me.
Yes, yes. You are not evil. Crows, no, no, no.
Crows are evil?
Yes, yes.
Oh.
They are evil threats.
What else kind of creatures do you see around?
The squirrels.
Did they go in there?
Yes.
What did they say about it?
They just get the nuts. The nuts, nuts, nuts. Trees, trees, trees. My forest.
Is there any squirrels around?
I'll make a perception check.
Yeah. 16.
And you don't see any squirrels around.
Oh, yeah, damn it.
Ask if the Blue Jays see anybody walking around.
Have you seen any people
Yes, 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 yes.
in the woods?
Yes.
Where?
You.
Anything else?
No, no, no.
Nothing at all?
No.
Nothing in the past few days?
No, 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 no.
Ever?
Rarely.
Rarely. That was a long word. Well done.
Yes, yes, yes.
Nothing at all. If you've ever seen anything walking around, what does it look like?
People walk in the woods, hunting.
Hunting?
Yes.
Oh, hunters. weapon.
Yes, yes, yes.
Can you kill other animals?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Worm. And then it flies away.
Oh no! Worm! I'll look for something else before my 10 minutes are up, see if there's anything else to talk to. Hello? Hello?
Okay. You see a rabbit.
Hi, Rabbit.
Hello.
My name's Reina.
Welcome, Rena.
Oh, thank you. Have you ever been in there?
No.
No? Is it scary in there?
Death.
Yeah. Hmm.
Not a creature of death, a creature of life.
Hmm. Have you seen anything come through here,
Babes.
babe? Like deer?
Like the puffy tail ones.
Oh, baby rabbit?
They mate like rabbits.
More babies?
I make babies.
You do. Any sort of humanoid? Big like,
A few, yes.
yes? Recently?
No, no, no.
No. Goddamn animals.
Yeah. So it's good.
Great spell until you realize they have animal intelligence.
Animals are all down. I have some. I'm not on the shoe. I have.
You have good berry you can cast.
Oh, true that. Here you go.
Might take that.
I mean, 87.
I know how the back berry.
Is it that?
Have we learned anything? No?
You're cool.
Crap.
Nobody's
Yes,
seen
yes,
it.
yes.
Yep. Keep on.
We learned that animals really suck.
Making babies, I
We
guess.
learned that,
All day, every day.
rabbits fuck, and Muji is like worms.
Oh, that's good info.
That's what we found out.
Have a good day.
Have a good fuck. Ain't so runs away.
Oh, go back. Guys, the animals did not help. Apparently, when I talk to animals, I don't have an accent.
What kind of animals?
Just like singing, you know, you lose your accent. You sing.
Right, yes, just
Unless you're singing that weird country music, and then
you gain one.
then you force one, and just them so natural. It sounds terrible.
Right. Yes, Jasper?
What kind of animals?
I spoke to a blue jay and a rabbit, and that's all I could find.
How big of a rabbit?
Oh,
It was like a full size.
yeah. Full
Like a big
rabbit.
fluffy.
Yeah.
White albino.
White about. Not red eyes, brown eyes.
Me and Karen have an albino rabbit.
I'm
It's
sorry.
fucking dumb.
I never understood the purpose of black rabbit.
Huh?
They don't do anything. At least
Shame
cats
to
will like
this.
play with you.
It was a meat rabbit.
Rabbit.
No, we have no intention of eating it.
Oh my god, just give it to your cat and call it a day.
The cat thinks it's another cat.
Oh my god, your cat's retarded.
I mean, so is the rabbit. The rabbit lunges towards knives and sharp objects.
It just wants to be eaten. It knows its purpose in life.
Fucking end it!
Alright, what do you guys do?
It acts just like a cat, though. We just don't let it out because it chews cords.
They do that. They want to die.
Hey, Rena.
Yeah.
And to the others. I have no problem with leaving. Early, stay ahead of the storm, personally. But if we're going to leave and expect, like, not really have to expect too much strenuous stuff, then I say if you have an ability to turn into something that could burrow maybe and find out if there's something deeper beneath the tree.
You know I have the ability to do that.
Golly, you got me.
Nasty thing.
You're gonna try and burrow underneath the tree?
You guys talking about before she has something. We've seen it before.
Like through its roots and stuff?
I-
The squid rat.
You want you to look under the tree? Or under the...
Our capabilities don't penetrate deep enough to tell.
Oh, in water they do. But
It's drown the tree. And
this,
then you're...
this brown stuff ain't water.
No.
So you're gonna burrow and dig through the tree's roots and see what's underneath them?
I guess. What am I looking for?
What are you looking for?
Just a hunch.
I just feel like I should be more thoroughly in how the plan.
Just don't burrow straight down.
No, that's
You're
not
gonna-
hunch.
Go-
I
go-
want to
go to
straight
diagonal.
down. No.
You're gonna
Minecraft
You're,
rules do not apply here.
you're gonna tear through a lot of its roots.
I would try. I would do my utmost.
It's basically rooted through the entire hillside.
Right. But as they go out, they get less and less.
Yes, but the tree started when the hill was still low,
Go around it.
and it's gone. It's grown with the hill so far. It's this tree is very old.
Yeah, all of those things.
So you're
It was just an idea.
you're risking harming the tree in doing this. Keep that in mind.
That trees all the time in nature. Oh well.
He told you himself that he knows of nothing underneath them. So
All right. Yes, he said that.
It's-
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh yes, he said that.
that's up to
Scratch
you.
at that.
Okay.
Sorry.
Yes. He said that there's no things that are underneath
He
this.
does know well the dirt underneath them. He could sense all the dirt all the way down here being disturbed. Everything was down there.
I've got nothing. But a cookie. In a big old smile.
So, what do you guys want to do?
Die.
You die
I want a
first.
cookie, but
Just eat like a quarter
here's
cookie every day.
my diet.
Just take the M&M out of the cookie.
That
Fuck
does nothing.
One of them.
Okay. So what is your guys'
Do
plan?
we have any hunches? What is it?
You really have no leads.
We have nothing on this.
Should we investigate the families if we go into the village?
I
I think at this
propose that
point
we
that-
check with what's his face there, Joseph. See if he knows of any connections between these individuals, and I can pull out my notes. And if not, then we prefer.
Yeah, because I was gonna go door to door and ask the families like what they put in the graves, but Mr. Wilson's an asshole and doesn't like gnomes or dwarves.
Before we leave,
Yeah.
we should definitely try to get maps of, even though we're trying to stay to the coast, should anything go wrong, perhaps of just the general sea. So pick up some extra
Nautical
compasses.
Sea
Maybe a
stuff.
star
So we
map.
should look at some navigation maps.
Yeah.
We don't want to run into a reef or upset the dragon.
You guys can get enough navigational.
We don't want to wake the dragon.
You guys can get enough navigational tools and maps and stuff
Just
for gold.
thinking of him makes my head hurt.
Yeah, dragons cut all that.
If one of you want to spend a gold, you can get enough tools and navigational maps for traveling the seas.
Yeah, I go.
In terms of Joseph,
Yes.
no, he's not really aware of noble dwarven families throughout the city. He's aware of the clan in the mountains to the northeast. But in terms of in the city, most of the families are of middle class, really, not really nobility. He can do research to see if the names match, but it's compiling through all the list of families that have ever lived inside the city and have changed names and all that.
Are we trying to look for them?
It will take time, so it's up to you.
I don't want to get it when the storm hits.
So-
We're leaving in the morning.
You leave in the morning.
What time is it right now?
You're looking about 6:30.
So if we go home and crash right now and then first thing before
How long
daybreak.
until the storm hits? I don't know what
You're
time.
looking
We can
about-
check.
Yeah.
You make an nature check.
I'm in on this, bro.
17.
Nope. 30.
You know that the
I
storm,
didn't nature
based on the climate change, seems to be
Serious problem.
9-10 hours out.
Fine, get ahead. Should leave now.
So
The
tell
rest for the good.
Joseph. Joseph is here, staying here. He was here.
Yes, he's in charge of the branch here.
We'll tell him everything we found out about all the stuff that we didn't find out, but
Yeah.
everything
No,
we know now.
you really are
I
in
talked
charge.
to a tree. I talked to a blue jay and a bunny. Nobody really helped. But these are the things we know. We gotta go though.
Where are you heading?
It's gonna rain.
I see. What? I assume you'll be safe inside the quarters then.
Oh, well,
He doesn't know we're actually leaving somewhere. He didn't give us that go on. This is just our own little thing.
is it? Oh, we are going to. Oh, I don't know. Someone told us to go somewhere else. Clearly. I'm the dumb one.
Well, this is news
That's like
to me.
helping the bandits that try to
So,
save us.
shall we?
Where are you? You have no idea where you're going. You were just leaving
North.
towards enemy territory. Where?
Well, we have to go pick up a mammoth, so.
So, okay, you're traveling to Moss Deep to pick up your pet mammoth.
We never said Moss Deep.
He already knows.
No, you don't.
He was giving word.
You don't know shit.
He was giving word that you guys came back with a mammoth.
Screenshot.
Are we very suddenly interrogating Joseph right now?
What do you know, Joseph?
Okay. Well, when do you expect to be
I
back?
got bored, okay?
When do you expect to be back?
I assume a month or so, but
Yeah!
okay.
No, we have
I
a meeting,
assume,
right?
since it says a month or so, I'm guessing 6 to 8 months.
6 to 8 months.
Yeah.
Wait, no. We're
quite
supposed
a
to
long
be back
time.
in a
Every
month.
time we say we'll be gone a week, we're gone for 3 months.
Right. We run into some issues.
Well, it's a 2.5 week trip to Moss Deep on boat.
Exactly,
Yeah,
and that's
so
why
at
it's going
least
to
a
be
month.
months. 3 months for each
You
know,
you
we
notice
might-
how long? Like the amount of shit we run into?
I mean, there was that one time we got brought into the other dimension, and we actually ended up getting there early.
We run into
You've only ever been late once.
True.
Well, we just expect to be late because of that.
You know, it makes us look
alright,
better when we
so-
tell you we're going to be a month.
Alright, Ash doesn't like, alright, we're done embarrassing ourselves. I've had a vision
Jules never
from my
embarrassed.
queen, and there's something that I need to take care of up north, and we may need some time. So, give us at least 2 or 3 months.
I can give you 3 months tops. After that, there'll be questions asked.
Oh, you have to
course.
give us time to do what you want?
The higher up to the guild will be suspicious of our most valuable members are gone to the north for a long period of time.
With respect, my allegiances have been not been hidden.
I understand that. And with respect, you have done great help to the guild. So I am willing to give you up to 3 months.
Yeah, because
Do
we're
not-
valuable members.
Do not take much longer than that, because I will not be able to stall much longer.
I'll do what I can.
Good luck on your journey. Do not cause too much trouble, because we still are trying to free you all. Only them, you're fine.
Yeah.
Good luck.
You know, maybe you'll find out what is happening. with
Or
the
they've got
babes.
bigger devil.
Here's your information.
Disintegration, right?
Finger, that's so much better.
Well, it's integration, but then heightens problems.
Yeah.
Spanish.
Okay, so you guys head up. Yeah, in order to fast forward time, because you're staying by the coast, it's going to be safe travel. You get to Basha. Do you have?
Will
Beep,
gust
beep, get in back,
of
so-
wind help push the sails
Not
around?
really.
No? Okay.
You control weather, yeah, but gust of wind's not really going to do much. Especially with the storm so close, you're going to
Gust of
get a
wind.
push of wind through the storm.
Yeah, I guess the wind's
So-
just pretty much gonna be.
We could all do a gust
So
of
we're
wind.
moving faster than the
That's the
storm.
wind's a lot more
Yes.
stronger than that.
And it takes us 2.5 weeks to get the most.
You fail to
Yes.
save, you fall. Probably get
During that time, do I break through the memory barriers?
Make 2 religion checks. Or history checks. Sorry.
History?
Yes. Do you have enlarge and reduce?
No.
Okay. No, but it's gonna take a good few hours to get Bastia and safely into the ship below deck in an area where he has enough space to actually.
So
Do
we're all
stuff.
done with the graveyard.
Yes, for now.
We got a 17 and a 14.
You seem to be getting the same visions of this fight in the Shadowfell. 2 factions going at it. Bodies everywhere, and then
Any identifying marks or anything that I can follow?
no, you just keep seeing these weird hunched
Blood
bird
rays,
creatures.
things.
Yes. You've been able to count.
This is the first Scooby didn't work.
I know, right?
Hold on.
I use like tidal wave to make it
What the fuck,
faster?
Scooby, you're slacking?
You're more likely
gotta be
to
a
damage the ship with tidal wave than moving faster.
I still like when Scooby was just like, the carrot just boop.
I want to say there's 13 of them.
13 what?
Of these crunched bird creatures that you see.
Are they neck twisters?
They are not. I'll have to look up the exact number, but we're gonna go with 13 for now. If I figure out what the exact number is, I'll tell you.
Yo, 13's an evil number.
13 is an evil number. Don't believe you. Okay. So, you get him on there. Continue traveling the rest of the way. You guys are just outside of Malwatch, or Raven Grove, or Abandoned Dwarf City.
Cool.
Which name you choose is up to you.
Raven Grove, obviously, that's a cool one. Is this supposed
short
to be the
people
same
in.
city as Machmouth?
Malwatch, yes.
Yeah.
Malwatch basically was kind of built on top of what Raven Grove was. So basically, has a history of cities just built on top
Oh,
of each
I was
other.
like, there's 3 cities?
It was once a dwarven underground city, then Raven Grove, and then Malwatch basically was the newest creation, the new city. But it
They were
still
like,
has the same.
"Scrap it."
They still have the same essence and the same feeling towards Raven Queen.
So this place is abandoned?
No, it's full of people.
Oh.
It's just not the people that was expected to move here when it was built. Many of the people in the city are still some sort of worship to the Raven Queen, but they are not the faithful worshippers of the Shadow God that were expected to live here.
Before we leave, I was not interested with request and some gold. If you can find a guy to look into, like if you have a guy that can find out where it was that I was born, look into my history for me. I think we can like find the golden heart.
They got a girl, she's sleeping.
Pharaoh? I will do what I can. So,
And I my down payment of like 1,000 gold, so that's like 5 months out of time.
alright, perfect. Where do you guys dock the ship? You can dock outside a couple hours outside the city, or you can try and dock inside the city yourselves.
Outside the community.
To your knowledge, the city is not owned by the northern countries yet, so it's still its own city.
Is there any sort of marking on our ship that would put us on any side?
If someone recognizes the Epsilon, there might be some suspicion.
Like within certain circles, people will recognize the ship.
The Epsilon has what sort of affiliation?
It is known as one of the greatest ships of all time that was ever built.
And it's been missing.
Well, yeah! But like, does it belong to the
So-
north or to...
But do they know that it's a
Just
part of the
it's a
south, though?
It doesn't belong to
Huh?
anyone.
It doesn't belong to that. It's just a legendary ship that.
It's Sweden?
Yes.
Okay, so I don't think we'll have that very much problems then. They may be like, yo, that's a really cool ship, but they won't be like, yo, that's a south ship.
No, we was more like, yo, I want that ship.
We'd be like,
Yeah.
yeah, so
And then the ship
outside-
turns into a dragon and just.
If he chooses to.
Outside.
I mean, he
Okay.
probably would have killed us, so I mean.
So you guys will have. You guys will basically mark. You guys will mark where you have the ship. It's like about an hour, 2 hours outside. It's basically like a area where like you can pull in, almost like a large river bay that you can like pull into and dock the ship there, where it's outside of view of ships passing by.
No, I don't like that, okay.
Don't knock it till you try it.
What?
Docking.
Oh. Oh, yes.
It was a long month trip.
And with that is
There's so many men on the ship.
So we'll say you guys walk the rest of the way to the city.
Yeah.
Totally.
Have you choose to disguise yourself in any way? Or are you going?
Yeah, I'm going to attempt to disguise myself.
Do they not like tabaxis?
They do.
Well, if there are wanted posters, a whole posted in the city, they don't like certain baskets.
I
This thing I'm
don't
safe.
attempt to disguise myself in any way. In
Okay.
fact, I decorate.
Yeah,
I'm wearing my new helmet, which is my disguise.
Okay.
I asked if you may have some flavor cool. On my person.
I haven't actually done something.
I'm a fish.
Fish with pink.
I uploaded a little photo.
I'm told.
I was gonna say, I assume you were just like kind of hooked onto you, like you were.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So it dangles
Like a
there.
phone charger.
Yeah.
I might kind of like hood a little bit.
Yeah. You're looking very emo today.
Oh, something cool I want to do with the
Oh, baby
boat
queen.
is like have a little getaway boat, like how they normally have rowboats on the side of them. I want to put my canoe on the side.
You can if you want to like
lifeboat.
keep it on the side in case you need to like row through somewhere.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
You need a decanter when this water is out to the back of your warboat.
So when you guys get to Malwatch, you notice Malwatch has no walls.
Oh,
It has guards kind of like that walk around the city, but there's no defensive walls. They don't expect much of a threat, as it's a holy city, and they just
Don't have much of value to.
keep most
Plunder.
outsiders. Yeah. You see that it's the city itself. Basically, is surrounded like it seems to be dug out like a canal, completely around the city, touching the water. The only way across it are certain bridges that basically are posted. These bridges are mainly where the guards stand. Anyone see Spirited Away?
Yes.
Yes.
So these bridges look like the bridge was Spirited Away.
Oh.
Sweet. So
That's not ominous.
yeah, right. Right.
Fits the aesthetic of the city.
Another quick thing. Somewhere along in those 2 weeks, I would have given you the shepherd's staff that I have right now.
More sticks for me.
More sticks for you.
More sticks.
If I can use it,
It does happen to me a lot,
if
doesn't
you
it?
find one that you like,
That's-
it might stick around for a while.
I like these. I
Yeah.
leave my scimitar on the ship.
Okay.
But the staff lets you guys dominate these.
You still have my dagger?
Yeah.
No. That's a better use.
Okay. You begin walking. You begin walking into the city. You begin walking up the bridge. The races seem to be similar as the ones you guys saw in your vision. The bridge seems identical to the one you saw in your vision. Your target does not seem to be anywhere in sight, though. Nor was that nobleman that you saw in your
Oh,
vision.
so it
Is there,
completely legitimately feels like I have a country mark on this guy.
yeah, is there any sort of.
You can't track him, but you definitely feel the same presence of like, this is my
I
target.
know he's somewhere.
If you might be near the.
I'd like to go over to where we've seen the people talking, the initial people.
I'll be right in the center of the bridge.
Alright.
You begin walking up to the center of the bridge. You kind of look around, and it feels very surreal to you. It's the odd sensation of, you know you've been here before, you know you've seen this interaction, and you know you're standing right in the place of where it took place.
This general area, is there anything out of place on like the bridge walling or like the ground or anything like etched or
No.
something fell? Okay.
You're kind of looking around, taking it in. The rest of you kind of also stand there. You hear in the distance, "Halt!"
We're already not moving.
Okay.
As
Yeah,
two guards begin running up the bridge. You hear this loud, almost like thunk, as these guards run right by you, almost actually running into you. As they grab what appear to be two people of poverty. That seems very poor. You hear them yell at them. "We do not take thieves in this city." And starting to scold them. You hear footsteps behind you as you're kind of watching this take place. We see this very old gentleman, blue cloak, a wooden oak staff with a blue gem kind of held in place on top of it. He goes, "I was given word that you might show up soon."
Zod,
Doesn't mean.
pleasure to meet you.
I heard you're an enemy of Superman.
We can do introductions
That
in a
smack's
second.
almost on the back of my head.
Let me see. He kind of
It hurts.
takes his staff, lifts it up, and goes, "This may feel uncomfortable."
Be gone!
And he hits it into the wood.
Yeah.
And you feel your body's almost sort of enter itself.
Oh, good. This is.
I resist.
I don't want to
No
enter
resistance.
myself.
Forced teleportation. No.
Mm-hmm. You should be used to it by now. It's happened a lot.
Yeah, I know. No, we didn't know it happened first 2 times.
Sure. You kind of had a good idea, though.
Yeah, after the fact.
You guys
Oh,
reappear
we teleported.
in this gray blue stone tower.
It was you!
You will all be safe in my tower. No one enters it unless I permit them.
Insight check.
Roll.
Do we know this guy or does he know this guy?
Gray was
Fucking
telling you about this guy.
10,
This
man.
is his companion.
Inside man?
This is one of the 9.
He
He is Gray's companion.
cool.
10.
He's telling the truth. Still telling the truth.
What's your specialty?
Magic.
Well,
What
yeah,
school
what-
of
what
magic?
school of magic
Evocation.
is your
Evocation.
evocation?
I am one of the highest ranking wizards in this part of the world.
That's wonderful. Congratulations.
Thank you.
It is a pleasure to meet you.
Our own,
Nice to meet you.
our own personal quest aside, there are some things I'd like to talk with you about since you are such a high level magic user.
Understandable, and we will have plenty of time.
Honestly,
But first, there is a situation, and I'm glad you are here.
Yeah.
yes, we are very important in our guild. We just learned this. We're big deal.
I am not very fond of your guild, I will say.
Oh, well.
I'm not your father.
Lately, neither are we.
I do not like the secrets that one chooses to keep. But at this time, your help is the only ones that I can trust. There seems to be an issue, and within a few days' time, Malwatch will be part of the Northern Armies.
No.
What's your stance on that?
Well, before a week ago, Lord Phoenix was against this and wanted to stay separate. But since a few visitors have come, he seems to have suddenly changed his mind. What strikes us odd is that Malwatch has no real gain for them. We are a holy city. We are only here to keep peace with the Raven Queen on the material plane. So for them acquiring us does not make much sense.
No.
I believe that they want this so that they can search for something.
What are they searching for?
How do you have abilities to search for things? Or they're searching for something?
They're searching for something here.
Oh,
I am under the impression that they are looking for an ancient artifact buried beneath the city.
Oh, yeah.
What would,
I don't want to write this down. You write it down.
what would,
he's gonna
what
pen
would,
it
what
up.
would be this item?
Well, I don't know how familiar you are with the history of the city.
Super
but-
familiar.
Did you say none? You're the one who knows the most about it. Deep below the city lived Dwarven City. I believe they're looking for an ancient Dwarven artifact.
Huh, it's like the one in the graveyard.
What graveyard?
So let's say someone was taking bodies that were golden nobility.
Of what family?
This one and that one.
These three.
Do you still have that list handy, Masha?
Yes, I do.
Maybe it is.
See. So they are. This is the same people. They are looking for one of the gems.
Then Power Ranger.
One of the Infinity Stones.
Do they go in an amulet? A glass?
What color gem?
Either. Well, it depends on where it comes from. I'm assuming this one.
Red.
Pink.
The one under your city or the one?
It was from down south where you come from. I assume they're looking from the gem from the clan of the courts.
Yeah, the ports is something we heard or something.
The dwarven artifact they're looking
Yeah.
for is the crown of the king. It is said that whoever dwarf wears the crown with each gem from all the families is the king of the dwarfs. Listen, let's see.
Why would the dwarves want? Why would the North want any sort of king dwarf?
If you're building an army, what better army than an entire race?
Oh, so you don't have to be a dwarf to be king.
You have to be a dwarf, but if they have dwarves on their side,
Yeah.
Can you think of any reason they would be taking the bodies?
So,
I assume there's some sort of necromancer, they might be able to gain information. What was it Jules called it?
Oh, that's what.
so
It's okay,
This-
Sonny.
Everyone's like, no.
gem. Do you know its whereabouts? Perhaps we can get there before they do if they haven't already.
They're looking for that gem. I assume if it's not with one of the families, it's with the current leader of the courts.
Yes.
But if they're here in this city, I assume they're looking for the crown.
Oh,
You see, what we do is we assemble all three of the pieces and the crown,
yeah.
and then we get the dwarves to attack.
There are
the
5
north.
pieces, one for each clan of Terracel.
Just like a knowledge.
Huh? There is the clan of Iron,
Hidden in the mist.
the clan of Steel, the clan of Silver, the clan of Gold, and the clan of Quartz. Each one is said to have a gem, but only those who are raised with the tails know about them. Some-
The
Some-
tail beast.
What's that?
Does
I
that
am
mean they're
700 years
first?
old. I am aware of the tales.
Cool.
He's there when they were with Britain.
He's the oldest Furrycon member.
Shall we go look for the crown before they're taken for nefarious means?
You brought us here. What do you have that can help us helping you? We're kind of short on supplies, is what I'm saying.
I can gather you some basic supplies here and there.
We love potions.
I can get some potions. As for information, I know where the crown should be held.
Very much like that information.
I just want to express my concerns.
Usually.
Are any of you well fit with undead?
Yes. A tank.
Well, fair.
You might be expecting many.
Oh my god, I was gonna say probably ghosts and stuff, but I didn't because I thought it'd be silly, but I was right. But only me in my head knows I was right.
If you're talking about defending ourselves, maybe.
I can bring you to the tomb.
Zod, I wanted to express my concern. We saw a thief basically get beat the shit up on the way in here. How do we know they're not going to do the same thing to us?
Because I can bring you to the entrance of the tomb.
We're already in.
You're inside the tower, my tower. I can bring you to the entrance of the tomb.
Uh-huh.
Is this
They
tower like
haven't-
located in a different
They
lane?
haven't talked to us
No,
yet
it's
either,
in this middle. It's like
which means we're
in the
still
city.
ghosts.
Oh, so
in
he
the
kind of just
city.
like teleported us to there.
Ooh.
Well, because like all I'm thinking is,
If you are one of the 9, you're obviously quite powerful, yes?
No.
Yeah. So then how come they're still living and breathing, what you want to consider living undead within the tomb that you know of?
The 9 have restrictions. We can only deal with certain things that we are given permission to.
So why...
Are there other
Who,
things
who, What I'm wondering is who's allowing such a disgusting thing to happen.
We serve deities.
Yes, and within the town world of the Raven Queen, no doubt.
The Raven Queen's not a deity.
Well, I mean, the fact that there's such a presence of undead in a holy place of earth.
This place, if you are familiar with the history,
I go ahead,
was built in honor of to make a home for the queen. She never accepted it. It is only used as a place of worship for the people here, but it's never been truly accepted as one of hers.
Oh.
What happens here does not seem to be of her concern.
Well, you're here. So I think she made it her concern.
I just let him look at him if he wants. Like, I'm decorated in all of her symbols and.
I actually have one of her holy symbols on
I do
too.
now too.
My sword and my shield are all rated.
Like, I think she's neat.
I cannot tell you.
At that point, I'm like, what's that?
I cannot tell you why the decisions were made. All I know is that I am not permitted to enter that tomb, to touch that crown, or to touch any of the gems.
Well, we are.
I feel as though her presence alone, or her worship alone, should be enough to slay the undead within such a place.
The undead,
Question. You said you're not allowed to. Does that mean one of the other wizards is what's responsible for the undead down there?
I believe this is just a curse laid upon by the ancients, the dwarves who created this place, who created this tomb. This
Zombie
tomb
dwarves.
is below the city itself, and it's not part of the city.
So, the structural value down there. Give it a good
It is. I would say so.
crap.
What time are we wrapping up at?
Shortly.
I say let's do it. It's worth it. If that's what's down there.
Yes.
The birthday of my son dreams. Do you have any idea like what those were? If they were Kenku or
They definitely were not Kenkus. You've met Kenkus before.
Those fucking things.
The three of you make religion checks.
Religion.
Oh, I'll take it.
Damn,
Dirty 20.
16.
Anal.
21.
Man, you guys are really good at religion.
What?
I don't have any idea what these things are.
No idea? For 21? Oh man. Anything at all?
That must be Superman.
I thought really hard about it, and I don't know.
They're powerful creatures, and you guys have never encountered one before. You've only seen them, but you don't know their names. What they
Where have we seen them before? Or just...
well, like in your dream. That's
Oh, we haven't seen them anymore.
yes.
This guy
Besides Ashen, but
wearing or showing any kind of deific affiliation. So I guess I'll just ask, are you a follower?
I am not.
Which is
My magic is not of divine nature.
Mine is of nature.
Do you have anyone you follow?
I only listen to the gods. I am one of the nine, but I do not worship them.
I can respect that.
So could you refer us to any followers that might be in possession of like more knowledge or resources of
Lord Phoenix.
like things and stuff? Okay.
But at this moment, with what I were to call this, and being compromised, I don't think that is wise.
I would like to reach out to him, even if it's just
I can see if I can arrange that.
He's been
honest, I definitely should be showing a place around it.
Ever since the people from the first party from Teltrina arrived, he's been different.
What party?
A party about a month back arrived.
You should have gotten their team name though.
There was no team. It was just a party of. Get it with them. Diplomats.
Just oh, okay.
I'm here to talk about negotiations.
Well, either they're expert negotiators or they're a little more than just negotiating.
It seems some sort of magic is involved, but
Could you not just try and dispel the king? Being that you're one of the 9.
That's something different.
like I said, my use of magic is limited and prohibited. Especially towards the lord of the city. If I were looking to do something like that, it would not look kindly upon the people.
I think it's just Karen. She's waiting in the driveway for me.
We're also waiting for her.
There
I
is
don't know, I kind of feel like it'd be serving your king more than it would be condemning him.
magic. If I am correct, and this is high level magic. This is stuff that I need permission to do. There are bunkers below. You may spend the night and we can discuss more tomorrow.
Okay. For the record, I'm totally for going down there, and I definitely want to go down there. Yes.
Go number.
Scooby, I heard you the first 40 times.
And with
Yeah,
that,
still hear ya.
we'll end the session and then we'll pick up next week of your decision of what you all want to do.
Yeah. What do you do?
Yeah, he's just. Yep. He's so
All right.
passionate.
Take yours.
Thank you everyone who stopped by tonight. This is where we end.
Deuce.
Everyone will be live tomorrow.
Yep.
So have a good night, everybody.
Good night.